going to discuss we are going to build a form according to the table, according to the fields we just made on Saturday on MS SQL Server, and we are going to do some server side coding of it. Okay. On Saturday, I just gave all the people's some tasks. I got a good response, and mistakes what the related to will be at the end of the session. The person's just table script. So, first of all, before side controls, before using server side controls in detail, I would like to show you some, you can say, get an idea that what we are going to do in this session. Okay. So first of all, I would to open. Today we are not doing anything with the SQL Server, with the database. Just doing with the visuals. We are for so if you remember that the forms that for the database is made, all the are been made inside a database after a long discussion. When everything is finalized, then only the developer, the programmers, they moved towards the designing part to create the screens, to create the front end, I mean to say. So we created a table of students and marks. We will be designing forms according to that particular table also. But before that, I would like to show you some uses, how everything done on a page, okay, and how in server side control is put into work, all the things and many things related to it also. So what we will do, we will be in which from project also, what we're going to do, we are just going to add forms. It will be exercise, every exercise in that particular. If session, if we mail you the entire script, what we have done in this particular session of MS SQL Server and the project, you more and deep in this or web app development. So I will be opening the Visual Studio itself. What is the name? Side 1. We will be doing more and more inside this project itself. Login form, the table tag, okay. Before designing the table, which we all like you to cover before doing that, okay. with calculator. How to design a calculator? It's a very easy project. On with VB.NET, what is the server-side language you're going to use. You're going to see the how we and find out. So we will be using table form also. First of all, go to website, add new item, and adding a web form. I will be renaming it from here itself, default 3 by right form. Remember, don't touch .aspx of the end part, just name. Calculator. Okay. Spelling might get some place wrong, but that is something else. Now here in this calculator, if I just right click and if I just view in browser this particular page will be blank because I haven't designed anything in this particular page. You can see it calculator.asp. We will do on screen. Now what we do, we will go to the design time. In HTML part, we will be designing a calculator. How to design a calculator? It's very easy. Okay. Now the calculator will, what we are going to draw, let me draw the first calculator inside a brush. Okay, it is very simple. We will be creating a table in TR. TR we will be designing two, you can say, okay, into TD. TD will be number and in the we will be using the text box. In second, going to take a new TR and inside that particular TR we will be using two TD. We will be writing number in the first TD of TR and on second we will be using text box. One more TR. Sorry. One more TR inside the table and inside that TR we will be designing two more TD. In the TD we will be writing result. The text box. In the same way, what we have designed the login form, we will be designing this kind of a calculator. And at the bottom, what we will do, we will take 4 buttons. 1 button, 2 button, 5th button also. Button we will be using it as plus. We will be using as minus. The third we will be using it as into, means multiplication. Fourth we will be using as right. Clear means if we click this button, all this text box, the 3 text box, this one and this one will be clear in order to insert us the second. If we write 1 on the first number text box, If we write 2 in the second number text box, if we click plus button, the result should be 3. Okay. In that manner, we will be doing some coding also, some hard server-side coding. So this is the picture of our create on our screen. Anybody has any problem with this kind of a screen I have made? I have also made this in login form. Only that much login form, the amount of dining on login form, we will be doing something more in this part of designing. So guys, is clear with the, I can proceed further to design the calculator on. Okay, thank you. I open the calculator, you can see, just remember, you draw create a table inside this is the form tag where it's started, this is the form tag where it is ended. There is a by default start with table. You can just create a table. I will write we will write TAB, that click, press shift and greater than tag, the entire table gets the name, the tag, closing tag also get completed with it. We will press one enter, gap between, in the same way. Okay, means the first TR means this one. This TR is being created. Now we have to design 2 TD inside it. Now inside the TR we will write TR. Sorry, some other tag has been selected. TR, sorry, TD, table data. We press enter. Inside this TD we will write first number. And in the second TD we will take we will go to toolbox and we will search for text box. We will click on text box, and this text box can be seen over here inside the TD. Remember, to put your text box over here, you need to have the cursor here itself, because when you click any of the control or drag and drop any of the control get attached in the place where the cursor is blinking. Okay, so in this way the first TR has been created. First TR and 2 TDs means the first TR over here is being created from this picture. Now you can see the calculator screen is being still running. If we just refresh the screen, you can see the first TR will appear. Okay, I think I have to save it. Okay, first. Okay, so you can see the first number and the TR has been created. Now remember, in this picture we have an outer line also. Okay, but in this table the output of this table doesn't have an outer line. So what we will do, we will add some small word inside the table tag, means the TABLE. After E we will put a space, add border. Border equals to the inverted comma get appeared automatically. We have to select 1. Okay, so after adding a border, now if we just refresh the page, you can see a border appear with the table surrounding all the TD. In the same way, what we are going to do, we are going to create the second TR. Means after the first TR, this is the TR started, this is the TR closed. After TR we will press one time or 2 time enter. It's completely depend upon your means what you can say thoughts that whether to keep gaps between the tags or not. to understand properly, I'm just giving few spaces. That's it. I will add one more TR. Inside TR, I will add one more TD. Now we have to a second number, SECOND, second number. And in that TR, we have to add one more TD, and we have to add a text box. We will just save it, the screen, and then we will run it again and refresh the screen. You can see first number and the second number appears with the text box itself. Okay, text box also. So from the diagram, we have completed first number, we have completed second number. Now it's time to complete the TR of the third, the result. We will go again, we will create one more TR, then TD, and then we write result. Okay, and then here after this TD ends, we will add one more TD. Sorry, TD, it's not TD. TD. We will add one more text box. So this text box is the result. Okay, we have first number over here, we have second number over here, we have the result over here. Means whatever number we will put on first number, that will put on second number, the result means the multiplication, the division, the addition, subtraction will come in the result. Now remember, after seeing this table, after seeing this page, you have 2 TD inside 1 TR. Remember, 2 TD inside 1 TR. Although all having 2 TDs. So the fourth TR what we will take is for the button. We have to take TD, 1 TD, and inside a 1 TD, we will take 4 buttons. 1 button, just copy this 1 button and paste it 4 times, 5 times, sorry. Because we have plus, minus, into, divide and clear also. Now remember, all the above TR contain 2 TD, but the last TR having only 1 TD and 5 buttons. Now in this TD, what we have to do, we have to just give a space and write call span equals to 2. What does it denote? It means that the fourth TR will have only 1 TD, which will equal to 2 columns. Call span 2 means equal to 2 columns. So what will happen? Just check it out. Now every text of the button, remember you don't have to change the ID of the button, because ID is something, you can see ID of the button also, you can see the ID of the text box also. These ID will be used inside the server side coding, because if we do some coding on server side, what control we will use, we have to give the names. So these IDs are the name of this particular control. So never change this ID, or if you want to change, just specify those ID with the label. Okay, but now in this beginning, it's not necessary. It is necessary for the some big projects or some projects, professional projects. So this is small calculator. If you change the ID of any of the ID of text box, the same ID you have to use the entire page in server side coding. The name you have to use. If you will left it to text box 2, you have to use text box 2 as the name or inside the server side coding in entire page. You can see the text also over here. When you run the first, let me see how does it look. Okay, you can see the 5 buttons appeared over here, but every button's having the name itself, button, 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 and button. So for that we have to change the text. The first button will be addition, that it will be putting plus sign inside inverted comma. The second will be minus. The third will be multiplication, so we will put X sign over there. The fourth will be the divide sign, and the fifth will be clear. So we have to write CLEAR, clear, that in the text. Now if we save it and if we just refresh the page, now you can see every button label has been changed to with buttons to plus. So these buttons will automatically denote that which button works for what, isn't it? Everybody knows that if we click multiplication, the into sign, the result will be multiplied. Everybody will know that if we press the plus sign, the result will be the addition of the first number and the second number, in that way. And clear, if we click clear, all the three text box will be washed out with every data and will be clear as before. Now you can see the buttons are equal to the button TD. The button table data is being equal to 2 columns because we have written call span 2 over there in that particular TD. All the buttons, but the buttons are coming on the left hand side. So how about keeping it in the middle of the entire TD? So for that we have to use one more tag in the TD of button. We have used call span 2. We will again space and write ALIGN, align equals to center. The TD is to make that particular TD equivalent to 2 TDs because all the above TRs having 2 TDs. And the second alignment center is for making all the control inside this TD to fit inside the screen. Yes, Lopamudra Das, you can make the call span according to your need, but let me tell you that need should be according to the design part. Okay, you cannot add just call span to any of the TD. Means you have to see the design. You have to see the design because in future in this session of ASP.NET and online application development, we will be designing 1 or 2 screens which will be much more complicated. So you have to design, first of all you have to design the screen on your page, and then you have to see which column has to be expanded, which section has to be expanded, made it call span. Remember, we have call span, expanding of columns, we do have row span also, expanding of 2 rows. But where it is being used, you will come to know in future sessions, slowly and slowly. Okay, I'm not putting everything at the same time upon your head. Okay, better to go slow to understand everything. My motive is to make you understand everything in detail. If your basic designing, if your basic developing, making of any database is clear, then only you can design big tables, then only you can design big forms also. Okay, so where I was here, alignment center means all the control inside this particular text box will be aligned to center. Now if I just refresh the page, you can see all the buttons comes between the alignment of the button is center of this particular TR. Now let me just show you, if I haven't written anything about the alignment center, you all have seen that the shifted to the left hand side by default. I haven't written call span 2. Means if I just cut the call span 2 and I save, and if I just refresh, now see what happens. All the buttons are being shifted toward the first TD as on the above of it, means the first number is the TD, first TD. The second number is the second TD of second TR, first TD of third TR, and the buttons are also have been fitted, congested inside the first TD only. So what I did, I just pasted it call span 2 means what? This to let the screen know, to let the Visual Studio know that this particular TD will be equal to 2 columns. That's why you are seeing this screen in this manner. Okay, so now it's time to write some code. The first code is very simple. First of all, we will be writing clear code. Okay, the code of our clear. Remember, the names which we are going to use in this clear code is text box 1, text box 2, text box 3, and button 5. Okay, so to open the server side window, when you will create a project, you will find this kind of arrow over there, okay, which is pointing towards left hand side of every screen. If you click this arrow, you will be seeing two parts of every screen. Means the first part will be calculator.aspx, and the second part of that particular screen will be calculator.aspx.vb. What is VB? VB is the server side language in which we will be writing server side code. Some programmer use C#, some programmer use J#, some programmer use F# also. So there are many server side languages in which you can write your server side code. But if you are using ASP.NET, the client side coding will always be in HTML and JavaScript. The server side language can be changed in Visual Basic, in VB6.NET, or in C#.NET, or in F#.NET, or in J#.NET. There are many languages in which you can choose to write the server side code in ASP.NET, but it completely upon the programmer or the user, or the programmer or the developer, in which language he is comfortable in. Because server side language is hidden, nobody can see the server side language, server side codings. If I create a project and give it to a customer, he won't be able to see the server side coding, what I have done, what I have written, in which manner, in which form. But the purpose to design an application is to solve the client problem. Okay, no matter in what language you design an application, the first and foremost purpose of to design an application is to solve a customer problem. The customer is not going to ask you that my project should be the server side coding should be in C#, or my server side coding should be in F#, because he doesn't know any technical word. They might know, but he is not bothered that whatever language you use at the server side coding, their work has to be, their purpose has to be solved. So as I am using VB.NET as server side coding. So if I just pressed this ASP.NET.VB calculator.asp.vb.net, my server side window will open, where so some things are being written by default over here. Okay, we don't have to do anything. Above we are having two drop down, in which the left hand side drop down control, if you see, it contains the controls which you have used, the server side control which you have used on your page. The number of server side control increase, the list will also increase. So you can see we have used text box 1, text box 2, text box 3, button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, and button 5. So now, first of all, we will be writing coding for clear, and the clear is button 5, remember. So what we will do now, first understand the action. Okay, what will be the action? Then after action, I will be explaining you what are events. The action should be from user upon a system will be when you write something over here, and if I press clear button, if I press clear button, then all these text box should be clear. So I have to write coding inside this clear button. If I press something, means what is pressing or clicking will be the event. The definition of the event is the reaction of an action upon the system by the user. It's called an event. Okay, if we click a button, if we click a button, click is the event. If we click a button, means we are doing some action upon the screen. We are clicking a button. We are doing some action on the screen. And what will be the reaction? The reaction will be what? All the text box will be clear. This will be the reaction of the action. So what is click? Click is the event. What is the definition of the click? What is the definition of an event? Is the reaction of any action by the user. Means I am the user, I am pressing the button upon the system. What is the system? The system is a software. It's called an event. So the clear button is button 5. So from the control, from the left hand side, what we will select? We will select button 5. And on the left hand side drop down, we have events. If we click, all the events related to button 5 will appear over here. As you change the control, the events also will change of that particular control. So we have to use click event. If we, first of all, we have selected button 1, means we have to do coding in button 1. What event we have to select? We have to select click event. Now you can see the syntax, the default syntax to write the code appears here. We have to write the code over in between protected sub and end sub. Okay, this protected sub and end sub opens and close over here. This protected class opens here and ends here. So remember where you have to write the coding. So I'm writing very simple. Now if we press this button, now here we have to write some code. What should happen? Button 1 should be clear, button 2 should be clear, and button 3 should be clear. The basic coding will be text box 1 dot text equals to double inverted comma. We will press enter, means if we press this button, all the 3 text box should be clear. So for all the 3 text box coding, we have to write inside this button click event only. Text box 2 dot text equals to double inverted comma. Enter. Text box 3 dot text equals to double inverted comma. That's it. Means if we press button 5, but text box 1, text box 2, and text box 3 will be clear. This is the syntax of writing the server-side control. We will just refresh, save the changes done, and we will just refresh the page. Remember, we haven't written coding for plus, minus, into, and divide. We have, first of all, we have written the code for clearing the screen in the click button. So to test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, or anything, we have added some numeric characters to all the text box. Now we will press clear button to see that all the text box is getting clear or not, or there is some error in our project. Okay, you can see I press the clear button, all the things. Let me try once again. If I press the clear button, you can see all the text boxes are getting cleared. That means my server side control to clear the text box in this particular button is correct. Now I will be moving to the plus button. Means if I write something on this, the first, if I write 12 here, if I write 13 over here, now if I just press the plus button, the result should come 25 in this, the result text box, the third text box. So first of all, find out that what is the plus sign button name. Now the plus sign button name is button 1. Okay, we will go to server side coding. We will, from left hand side, we will select button 1 and we will go to click event. You can see one more button event gets appear over here. Now remember, we will be the first text box is text box 1, in which we will be writing some number. The second text box is text 2, in which we will be writing some numbers, and the third text box we won't be writing anything in result text box, which is text box 3. Rather than we will be clicking the plus button in the third text box. We have to bring the result in third text box, so we will write equals to val. Val stands for value. Okay, and we will be giving a plus sign. Plus, minus, divide, into, all these are called operators. Okay, we will be writing val textbox2 dot text. Okay, so this is the coding which we write on plus to do the addition of textbox1 and textbox2 to appear in textbox3 if we click the plus sign, which is button 1. We will save the project and we will just run the project. Now in first text box, what we will write? We will write 12, and on second text box we will write 13. So if we click plus button, what should come over here? 25. If we click plus button, you can see 25 is coming. Okay. Now if we press clear button, all the 3 will be clear. Let's try something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we press plus button, you can see 579 is coming over here. Means the result of adding 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 is 5, 7 and 9. Find out. Okay. Now you can see I have written something in bracket, opening bracket of like VAL, val. Okay. Val stands for value. If I write val bracket text box 1 plus val bracket text box 2, that means the value inside the text box 1 and the value inside the text box 2 will be added, and the result will be shown in text box 3. Now if I just remove val, now see what happened. So what will be the code? Text box 2 plus text box 1, just text box 1 plus text box 2, the result will be in text box 3. Now what will happen? The program will think, it will not bring the sum of the first text value and the second text box value. It will just attach, it will just add the 2 values. Okay, first I will click clear button. Now if I write 12 and if I write 13 and if I click plus button, now see what's happened. 12, 13. Okay, so if I write text box 3 equals to text box 1 plus text box 2, that means the program is understanding that I have to attach the value, attach the text of text box 1 and the text of text box 3 and attach and show the result. Attaching means fixing with one text box 1 and one text box 2. It's not giving me the sum of 12 and 13. It's just attaching the text box 1 and text box 2. What is text box 1? 12, and what is text box 2? 13. That's why we have to write val. We have to use val, and bracket open means the value of text box 1 will be added to value of text box 2 and the result will appear in text box 3. And now if I just press clear button and if I write something and if I press plus button, you can see the value, the addition is 25. Any problem understanding whatever I have done till now, till here? Anybody? Because all other things, multiplication, dividing, subtraction, all things will be the same. The code will be the same, only the operator will be changed. Everybody is clear what I am doing over here? Just response me so that I can proceed further. Okay. So for the subtract button, for the multiplication button, and for the dividing button, the button for the, because there are only 5 buttons, so we already know that the minus button is button 2, the multiplication button is button 3, and the divide sign button is button 4, because there are only 5 buttons and there are only 3 text boxes. So it's very easy to code. So now what we will do, we will add button 2 and we will be adding click event. In this, what we will write the same thing, because the result should be come in text box 3. Text box 3 dot text is equal to value of text box 1 minus value of text box 2 dot text. Okay, you can see the addition code and the subtraction code is absolutely the same. What is changed over here? The button name is subtraction is on, and the operator which we use. On first we have used the operator, plus operator, and in second we have used minus operator. We will again save the project and we will run it again, reload the page again. We will click plus sign. We will write 100. We will write 50. So the addition should come 150. If we press the plus button, it's coming 150. But if we press the minus sign, what should be the result? The result should be 50. If we press minus sign, you can see the result is changed into 50. Okay. Now what we will do, we'll use some shortcut method. Now we know that the third button is for multiplication. We will add click event. The button 3 event is getting appeared. Now we will copy the first or any code, means we will copy text box 3 equals to value of text box 1 minus value of text box 2, the entire this code, and we will, without writing, we will just paste the same code inside text box 3 value, and we know that the text box 3 value have the operator multiplication, so we will write asterisk sign. This is the multiplication sign in coding part. Okay, so this becomes the code of multiplying the first text box and the two text boxes. Now the button 4 text box, the button 4 click event, we all know that the button 4 is for divide. We will do the same thing. We will copy the same code of multiplication or plus, whatever code you can copy, we will paste it inside the button 4 event also, click event, and we will just change the operator to with the divide sign, the backslash sign. This denotes the backslash. So this is the shortcut method to write all these 4 operator code to do the plus, multiplication, minus, into, and divide. And the 5th button is for clearing. It's not necessary that you have to write every code in sequence. Okay, you can add any code above, any code at the bottom. Remember the button names, because you can see I have written button 5 code early in the early stage at the starting of the page, and then button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4. If you can write button 5 code at the first, if you can write button 3 code at the first, if you can write button 1 code at the first, means in jumble manner, there's nothing to worry. All the code is going to execute properly. Now I'll just save the project and reload the page. Okay, I will just clear the screen. I will write 1000. At the bottom I will write 50, and if I plus, it will be 1050. If I minus, it's become 950. Multiply, the result comes 50,000. If I divide, it's come 20. If I press the divide button, it will come 20. And if I press the clear button, it will all every character from every text box is washed out. So this is the a very small and beginning part of writing server-side controls. If you made mistakes in server-side control, just don't get worried. Click the image, send it to me in WhatsApp, and I will reply to you what mistake you are doing. Okay. So I believe the making of a calculator is clear to you all. Everybody, I believe the making of calculator and writing some server-side controls, it's clear to you all. If not, then you can mail me your problem and I will be sorting out your doubts. Or you can just worry also. Or you can just give me a call also at the evening before session, before half an hour of the session, means at around 7:50. You can just give me a call and I will be rectifying your doubts also. So guys, everything is everything clear? The making of the calculator, writing the server side controls. Feedback. Anybody? Okay. So now it's time to rectify your script of SQL Server, whatever you have sent me. For that, I think I have to open my mail address. It's in here. Have gone through your email before also. Okay. So we will be discussing about the Lopamudra Das script. He has sent. Now in this script, what he have done. Okay, this is a script of Lopamudra Das. Now to create a table, you have ID, name, section, physics marks, chemistry marks, maths marks, English literature marks, and gender. And you have made a primary key also, I guess, to the student ID. So I think you're creating a table, the script is okay. I don't think any mistake. If you have made the table out of it and you haven't find any error, that means your script is okay. And I don't see any mistakes in your script. Student ID 18, student name 50, okay, section 5 characters, physics marks 3 characters. Obviously, everybody has not more than 100 marks. The character will be the 3. Okay. Computer marks 3. Gender 12. Gender 12 is enough. Varchar. Okay, Lopamudra Das, your script is okay, and I will be. It's okay. I think you can design a table more than much more of higher table, higher fields. So we will be going to Santosh. Okay, Santosh script. Now Santosh, Sip Santosh, I have gone through your script. Remember one thing, everything is okay. But what is nchar? Do you know what is nchar? In user ID, you have taken the character type nchar. So don't take nchar when you don't know the exact purpose of nchar. I will be discussing about the few more data type slowly when we proceed to the sessions, proceed towards the sessions, more sessions. Okay, user ID, take numeric. It will be okay for user ID. And the second field is employee name. Remember one thing, if you have 2 words or 3 words inside a field, don't give a space between them. As you have given employee name and you have given a space between them, so don't give name between the space between the 2 words. You can use as written to have 2 or 3 words. If the field contains 2 or 3 words, then give us underscore. Give an underscore. What will happen? It will keep. It will be denoted as a single field name. Though to understand, you will be reading it and you will be finding out that it's employee name. But if you give a underscore, the SQL server will consider it as one field name. So it is important for SQL server to consider one field name rather than 2 and giving a space. It will show you an error. Okay. You will be getting an extra bracket inside. Father name, again, you have given space between 2 words. Whenever you are writing any field name, it contains 2 under the same number added. Okay. Pin code, remember, in pin gender, age 2. Okay. Thing is okay. Just change some. Have written. I have also mailed you also. Now these 2 persons have sent me the you can say mail, and I have replied them. So it's not that if you create a table today or if you create a table tomorrow in your SQL server, and then after you will mail me and ask me to find out what is the problem, I won't do. If in future, if you try to create a table, if you find any problem, just mail me the script and I will definitely I will try to revert you back with the correct option, with the correct procedure to design. What all mistakes are being made by you, I will be rectifying it. So I believe the thing which we are discussing in the 6th day, building of forms and designing and doing some server side controls in detail. Learning about some server side control has been done. So it's not a very big thing. Okay, programming and creating software is not a very big thing. If it has been a very big and very complicated and a very tough things, I wouldn't be doing it. Okay, many people are programmers. Some are full stack programmers, some are different languages programmers. So just remember how they can do codings. If they can do, you can also do. If I can do, and you can also do. It's very easy. In today's world, Microsoft has created such a platform which may create a very tough, impossible. It's all very easy. And getting this, I by yourself application, and you can go through it. You can take it to the next level if you just practicing with it. Okay. So with this, I will be ending this session. We will be seeing tomorrow at 8 p.m. Okay, whatever we have created today. Thank you, Lopamudra Das. So I will be ending this session. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being with me. Okay, thank you.